Well, welcome everyone. Today you're here joining Breathwork 614's Breathworker Life Coach Certification Series, Healing the Imprints of Forceps Being Experienced at Birth. This session explores the early forceps assisted births and how they can imprint the nervous system, influencing patterns of control, fear, and disconnection. And this series is designed, and today especially is designed to guide you and using breath work and new thought patterns to rewire these imprints for healing and for ease. So, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Tiffany Berger. I am a trauma-informed breathwork facilitator and a breathworker life coach. I'm also the founder of Breathwork 614. It is my mission to enhance the quality of life through the power of breathwork, creating safe, trauma-informed spaces for healing and for transformation. I teach clients and students how to heal through breath. Using conscious breathing, we release the impacts of stress and trauma that our body has endured. Thereby, we then experience regulation of the nervous system. I also guide clients personally. Um, I also guide clients, through creating deeper spiritual relationships. And that's just something that naturally occurs when interacting with breath work because breath is life force energy. So as you take in more of this energy, expansion in your spiritual relationship and a trusting of life, it naturally occurs. And then personally, I have healed and received transformation from experiencing weekly migraines, allergies, TMJ, and even chronic tension and tightness in my neck and my shoulders. I've also worked to transform destructive beliefs about my worth and my value. And myself and my clients, we really share that we experience a depth of self-acceptance and ease that was not present prior to engaging in breath work. So I'm just thrilled that you're here today to get a taste of what the breath can do for you. In my client-based services and in my certification programs, I include a holistic approach to transformation. So breathwork not only pours into your spiritual state of being, it positively influences your physical, your emotional, and your mental states of being. Integrating breathwork, mindfulness, and somatic or body-based practices really help to nurture both the mind and the body. And this helps individuals move beyond just feeling stuck and releasing of past wounds. This is truly where integration lies. Excuse me. And some of my favorite aspects of my profession is, excuse me, here I'm having some technology issues. I apologize. Let me grab a drink too, actually. Thank you. So, some of my most favorite aspects of my profession are empowering individuals, coaching clients, and training students to become confident, heart-centered breathwork facilitators and coaches through my certification programs is one of the perks of and one of the most meaningful aspects of my profession. And then my focus on wellness. It's also one of my favorite aspects of my profession because it really works to help clients cultivate a mindset for well-being so that they can achieve a sense of calm, achieve of empowerment, um, and really experience self-love. So, in addition to my paid services, I offer community breathwork and accessibility. It's really important that if someone can't afford services, that they have access to breathwork outside of just seeing me one-on-one or in certification programs. So, community breathwork is offered at a lower price. And then I also have a YouTube channel titled Breathwork 614. And so, of course, this channel is free to all to make it accessible to a wider audience. So enough about me. If you would like to go ahead and put in the chat your name, maybe quickly introduce yourself. Tell me if you've tried breathwork before. Tell me, you're welcome to tell me where you're from even, and what your intention is for being here today. And I'll read that as we go throughout our presentation today. So thank you for going ahead and adding your information. So, in this fourth and final session of our Breathworker Life Coach Certification series, we will explore one of the most powerful and often overlooked origins of our inner narrative, which is the early moment of forceps occurring at birth. For many, this first experience of forceps assisted birth can contribute to adult patterns such as strong need to control, difficulty trusting others, a fear of being manipulated, feeling disconnected from emotions. Heightened anxiety can also occur around endings and even transitions. And then challenges with receiving support or pleasure. So it also manifests as a sense of not enough. There's a self reliance to the point of isolation or even a fear of physical touch and vulnerability. As you see on the screen here, this quote by Bessel van der Kolk, he's the author of The Body Keeps the Score. It reminds us that our body holds consciousness and it doesn't forget our lived experiences. But also, this um, quote here, it also supports us in reminding us that it can be rewired in such a way to experience safety, support, and manageable expansion. Um, I apologize. There we go. There's our quote. Sorry. So it says the body keeps the score, but it can also learn to feel safe, supported, and whole again. So healing won't come from chasing what feels comfortable. It comes from gently retraining the nervous system to trust what once felt unfamiliar. This means learning how to expand your capacity to receive a new and unfamiliar experience. Our patterns, they aren't proof of who we are. They're proof of what our nervous system learned to survive. The blessing is that we get to consciously teach it something new. It can be changed because we have neuroplasticity. So as you can see, the nervous system, it isn't drawn to what's good for us necessarily or what is truly safe. It's drawn to what is familiar. And healing begins the moment we choose something unfamiliar, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. Now, of course, we want to be engaging with our breath and have some true somatic supports when we choose that unfamiliarity. So, as you can see, we will work to rewrite these patterns, these early imprints today by bringing loving awareness to them, by releasing cellular memories of rejection, and by integrating affirmations that restore belonging, connection, and worthiness. So today you will get a glimpse of what's possible for yourself and the community you serve. So in previous sessions of this series, you learned a few definitions of trauma, and all of which encompass the similarities that you see here on the screen. So too much too fast, too little for too long, or anything that overwhelms your system's ability to cope. Okay. And forceps used at birth, they can forceps being used at birth rather is very common during childbirth, and that typically happens when there's prolonged or stalled labor, when the baby's not progressing through the birth canal despite strong contractions. Other times forceps are used at birth as during signs of fetal distress, so such as abnormal heart rate, patterns requiring a quicker delivery, during maternal exhaustion. So when the birthing mama no longer has the strength or the ability to push effectively, and then when there's need to shorten the pushing stage due to medical conditions in the mother. So this could look like heart conditions or high blood pressure. Assistance, also when there's assistance with the baby's positioning, such as helping rotate the baby's head into a safer position for delivery. That's also another time that forceps are commonly used. So individuals who experience forceps at birth, they may carry subconscious patterns around control, self-reliance, and worthiness, often feeling pulled out of situations or disconnected from their bodies and emotions. So these imprints can show up as fear of pain or fear of touch, difficulty trusting support, a belief that they must do everything alone, and a persistent sense that they are not enough or somehow flawed. And if you think about it, that baby is just a pure love, pure innocence when it's first born. And when it exits, there is a sense of manipulation. They are being physically manipulated, being pulled out with forceps or even a vacuum from their head. And so the birthing experience is really meant to be enjoyable. Mom releasing, a lot of good endorphins, baby too. And during forceps, that tends to change. So common patterns, thought patterns and belief systems for forceps at birth look like this, what you can see on the screen. They dislike being controlled and manipulated, right? Makes sense. They are more comfortable being in control. They tend to create a false sense of safety when they think that they're in control. Um, they fear pain and they think pleasure leads to pain. That's a very, very common one with forceps. They might be waiting for the other shoe to drop too. I'll hear clients say that as well. They often feel pulled out of a situation, pulled out of situations, right? They were pulled out. The body didn't forget that. They think that they have to do it all by themselves. They think that no matter how much they do, it's not enough. They fear that they can't make it on their own, and they feel not good enough, unworthy, or that something's wrong with them. So these are pre-verbal thoughts you learned in previous sessions that baby has pre-verbal thought. It's always, it can think before it can speak. And these are the perceptions that baby makes or can make rather. They often feel too that their heads and their hearts are separate. So there's a disconnection there between their heads and their hearts. They often fear touch as well. Okay, so common just thought patterns or belief systems that those who experience forceps at birth participate in. Now, if any of these resonate with you, I suggest you go ahead, write them down. If you don't have your journal next to you, grab a pen and paper and write down any of those. You will get a recording if you just came on. You're going to get a recording of this too, so it'll be sent to you as well. Okay, hopefully that gave you some time there. So trauma, you also learned that trauma embodies confusion. Therefore, clarity is needed. That I believe I mentioned that on our second session of our time together. So these affirmations for healing imprints of forceps at birth, they all share common purpose. They rewire early survival, survival-based imprinting into safety, into ease, and into trusting in support. Okay. We're mammals. We're meant to be in connection and receive support from one another. So here are some affirmations or new thought patterns that can help to rewire the nervous system, imprinting, and neural programming for forceps at birth. So I'm going to read them now. There's 2 slides here, and I'll give you time at the end to write the one that most resonates with you, similar to what we've done in our previous sessions here. So the first one is, I can forgive my obstetrician completely. So we wouldn't think that, here in our adult lives that we are angered by our obstetrician or mad, or even think that like that would be influencing how we create a relationship with ourselves, create a relationship with others, or create a relationship with life itself. But it's held in the subconscious. The first authority figure we meet is the doctor that delivered us, or midwife, or whomever, caregiver, even whoever delivered you. And if baby didn't come out the way baby, is designed to exit the womb, there can be a pre-verbal thought or a perception that I'm not safe with authority. And so here, by way of forgiving our OB or the doctor that delivered us, this thought pattern can support coming into a state of acceptance, releasing the past and coming into the present moment. So after I can forgive my obstetrician completely, you will see I can do it on my own. I know how to make it. I am good enough to make it. I do enough to make it easily. I always find endings easy and pleasurable. Remember that forceps baby, the ending, the exiting of the birth canal was not one filled with ease, and it wasn't one that was pleasurable. They were stuck. There was physical manipulation there. Number 7, you'll see, since I can do it on my own, it's safe to let others help. So there we're trying to rewire and support them in experiencing support or receiving support, that it's safe to receive support. I now experience all support as self-support. So here, this might be for a client who is overly codependent, is overly reliant on someone else to do for them as well. They may not trust themselves. I can relax and let others do the hard work. I can now see that people want to support me, want to pleasure me, and make life easier. Life truly is designed to be easy. We are the ones that complicate it. The more I relax and take it easy, the more I experience support as pleasure. As I said, there's a second slide here, so I'm going to move to that now. I no longer fight support. It's a pleasure to have others do it for me. And then my innocence generates pleasurable support. I am healing for more ease and pleasure, or I'm heading, excuse me. We could say I'm healing, but I am heading for more ease and pleasure. My head leads the way to pleasure, because typically our head is keeping us from pleasure. It wants to create this false sense of safety for us. And then my heart safeguards my head no matter what. So as you can see or even feel, these affirmations, they support neural pathways that resolve birth and early life trauma by reframing experiences of force, experiences of control and overwhelm, into that of choice, into forgiveness, and into agency. They shift the nervous system from this hyper independence or regulated interdependence state, from allowing support to feel safe rather than threatening. These affirmations, they regenerate or reintegrate rather our head and our heart. So restoring this internal coherence between cognition, between emotion and the body. And then they also transform struggle into ease. I think you could see that throughout these affirmations. So replacing effort or vigilance and resistance with relaxation, with pleasure, and with joy. And then these affirmations, they're designed to anchor self-worth internally, coming from an internal sense, dissolving beliefs of not enoughness, and affirming that inherent worth and capability, no longer allowing it to come from an outside source. And a lot of times we do that, right? We do that because we, well, we're designed for one to look for safety outside of us when we are younger. We look to our caregivers to co-regulate us. But as we get older, it's really important for us to learn how to build that inner sense of worth and value from within, so that we're not putting it in someone's hands. And it's, that's a big variable. So at the core, these affirmations, they are somatic permissions. They are teaching the body that life no longer requires force, and that support, endings, and pleasure, that they can all now be experienced safely. So to further encourage integration here today, the affirmation, I encourage you to choose an affirmation. So the affirmation you choose for yourself or for your client, eventually you'll learn here, you'll want to feel resonance with, meaning you don't want the affirmation to create any resistance or to feel like it's so far out of reach for you. You want the affirmation to feel like an exhale, as if you're taking steps towards embracing or living out that thought pattern. So the word willing, it can be a nice bridge. Inserting willing after I am can be helpful for your integration here today. So for example, it might look like, I am willing to observe that my needs are always met. Or I am willing to take steps I'm willing to take steps in being fearless, right? That can support you. So I'm going to give you a few moments here to record the affirmation that feels most aligned with you. Even if you didn't experience forceps at birth, choose a thought pattern, choose an affirmation that can guide you in deepening your experience of how you feel in life, and how you want to feel in life, right? So I'll leave it on this screen for maybe one more minute, and then I'll go back to the other screen where the other affirmations were. Okay, now I'm going to flip back to the other screen there. Okay. And now recording that affirmation on a post-it in your journal. For those of you that have already wrote it down, that affirmation, I would encourage you to journal it daily. A lot of times with clients, I will have them write the thought pattern that they are working on integrating into their life. Um, I will have them put it on a post-it and put it in their car, on their dashboard, place it in their home, just so that they have it in their visual environment so that it can be a reminder to them and so that they can orient themselves to it. So that's very helpful. Okay, we're going to keep moving here. So today, now, through conscious connected breathing and through love and awareness and with your affirmation, we will begin to transform this thought pattern of forceps being used at birth. So we're going to work to transform this imprint here into an embodied knowing of belonging. So this session is designed here for you to be a reclamation of the self, an invitation to come home to the truth that you are good enough and that love lives within. So I invite you right now to go ahead and create a relaxing and a restorative posture for yourself, and environment. If where you're at right now isn't conducive to participating in breath work, please by all means make the environment supportive to that. If you would like, if you want to lay down, go ahead and just take the computer or your laptop, whatever you're using, take your technology with you so that the camera shows me your head down to your torso there. Having a pillow behind your head, neck, and shoulders can be supportive to you. Also, placing a pillow underneath the backs of your knees, that can support you as well, especially if you're going to be lying down for this breathwork session here today. So go ahead, take it the next few moments to create a supportive environment, one that's for relaxation and restoration. I'm going to go ahead and start getting the music on. So while you do that, so my screen is actually going to stop sharing here so that I can just go ahead and do that. Good. So as you're getting yourself comfortable, if you need water close by, go ahead and have your water. And then in just a few seconds, you will hear the music. And I'm going to keep it to a certain level, volume rather. So if it's not loud enough for you, you might want to turn up your volume on your technology there. I just don't want it to drown out my voice because I will be stating that affirmation to support you here today. Okay. All right. So there you go. Now you should hear the music. Still be able to see me. There you go. That's pretty good. Beautiful. All right. Everyone's looking nice. Okay. Sorry about that. I told you technology is just doing its own thing today, so I apologize. We just got to flow with it. That's all we can do. Okay, I love it. So those of you that are lying or changed your posture, your camera is on you. That's exactly what I need. So thank you for that. So when you are ready, you're welcome to keep your eyes open, but if you would rather, go ahead and close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, just take a few moments to settle in to your space, your posture that you've chosen here today. And before we even connect with breath, I'm going to invite you to participate in a mindful moment. I like to do this a lot, especially when we participate in community breath work or group breath work. It's just a nice way to observe all states of our being and kind of where we're at. A lot of times we just don't slow down to check in with ourselves. So when you're ready, I invite you to go ahead and check in with your physical state of being. Notice what it feels like to your physical body right here, right now. Notice any parts of your body that might be tight or tense. And then notice any parts of your body that are just activated or bracing. It's very common that our body just wants to hold on. It's in this position of bracing, and it doesn't need to be. And then notice parts of your body that feel good. So scanning your body from head to toe now here. That's it. And then when you're ready, I invite you to explore your mental state of being. So your thoughts. Notice what thought your mind's creating. Your mind was designed to involuntarily create thought. You can even think to yourself, I wonder what thought my mind's going to create next. And then notice that. And you can even notice, are your thoughts about the past, things that already happened? Or are your thoughts about the future, what's to come? And remember, this is just a mindful moment. You're reflecting, you're not judging any of your observations right now. That's what mindfulness is. It's just being aware, noticing the thoughts without judgment. Noticing your states of being without judgment. And then after exploring your physical and your mental, I invite you to explore your emotional. What emotions are you experiencing right here, right now? And notice what that feels like, those emotions feel like to your body. Notice sensations, temperatures even. Maybe you can feel the movement of energy in your body, noticing that. And then last but not least, I invite you to explore your spiritual state of being. And I invite you to connect with that word in the way that's most meaningful to you. Thank you. So breathwork pours into all states of our being. And so here's our tool for a holistic, integrated approach to healing and transformation. Once you feel complete in observing all states of your being, I invite you to give a little more attention and intention to your breath. On your next inhale through your nose, go ahead and fill up your belly first, and then drawing that breath up into your chest. So every inhale, your belly expands, then your chest expands. And right now, we're just going to bring awareness to the inhale. As you inhale, belly expanding. At the start of your breath, breathing up into the chest. Notice how the breath is creating movement for you. Good. Everyone's looking nice. And when you're ready, let's give some further attention and intention to our exhale. So after you inhale, belly expanding, then chest expanding. At the start of your exhale, you want to drop the chest first and then release the belly last. So this conscious breath, this breath with awareness, with intention and attention, it becomes a four-part breath. Part one, belly is expanding. Part two, chest is expanding. Part three, chest is falling. Part four, belly falls. And we're still breathing in through our nose and out through our nose. That's it. Keep going. Letting the breath begin to do the work here for you. Breath is energy, and so it's going to help you metabolize or process any emotions, any energy and motion that your body is holding on to. We might not even be aware or think that we're holding on to any emotions, but sometimes we don't stop to feel our emotions. We keep moving on. Or maybe we've absorbed emotions from someone else, from a loved one, from a friend, just from the world, from watching the news, from watching a movie that made us feel fearful or anxious. Staying with your breath, inhaling to belly, from belly to chest, exhaling, chest falls, stomach falls. That's it. You got it. The more I relax and take it easy, the more I experience support as pleasure. You're going to hear me state that affirmation along with, I am heading for more ease and pleasure. These two affirmations are designed to transform and to heal imprints of forceps being used at birth. There's nothing you have to do as I state them over you today. You don't need to say them to yourself. You don't need to repeat them out loud or in your head. You're just going to let me plant these seeds into your subconscious. Let them wash over you, just like the music is washing over you and supporting you. That's it. You got it. A nice conscious breath on the inhale, belly expands, chest expands. And then exhaling, chest falls, stomach falls. That's it. Keep breathing. And if this is feeling good to you, this conscious breath, I'm going to encourage you to transition to conscious connected breathing. So we're going to add layers of intensity throughout your breathwork session today, just like a physical workout would have layers of intensity. Breathwork does too. So what that means is as you take your next inhale, belly expands, chest expands, then move right into the exhale, chest falling, belly falling. A lot of times we inhale and we hold our breath, and then we exhale, and then we take a pause or we hold our breath, and we go back to the inhale. Eliminate any of the pauses. Eliminate any of those breath holds so that you're creating one consistent flow of breath or of energy here. Inhaling to exhaling to inhaling to exhaling. And you might notice that your breath, or your body rather, your torso, it begins to move because by way of your breath is causing your body to move. Okay. You're keep breathing. The more you relax and take it easy, the more you experience support as pleasure. You are heading for more ease and pleasure. Keep breathing, that's it. As you continue breathing, I do want to make you aware of some possible sensations you might experience here today or later on in your breathwork journey. So possible sensations include tingles. You might feel tingles in one particular part of your body or all over your body. You might also experience vibrations. So vibrations are just a little bit stronger than the tingles. Know that that's completely normal. Your breath is energy, and you are bringing this life force energy, as I said at the beginning of session, into your body. So those sensations, it's good. It's just your cells are receiving this energy, your blood, your bones, your entire body, and it likes it. And also the breath knows where to go. Often wherever we hold inflammation in the body is where we're going to experience that those tingles or even those vibrations. So know that that's okay. It's just the breath doing its job, bringing that healing into the body, decreasing inflammation. Also common to experience lightheaded or dizziness. Often our body might not be receiving the optimal amount of oxygen that's needed. And so when you bring this energy into the body, it kind of throws off its homeostasis, but completely normal and safe. Continue to breathing. You can slow your breath down if you need to at any point, and then that will subside. And then when ready, you might also even notice the urge to use the restroom. Breath is cleansing. You're releasing 70% of toxins with breath. If you do need to pause your breathwork session to use the restroom, just please go slowly. Be mindful when you get up. You might feel that lightheaded and dizziness I referenced already. But if you can hold it to the end of the session, that will be good. And you also could feel your stomach begin to rumble. You might even notice like hunger pains. We're interacting with that diaphragm there, and you're boosting your metabolism when participating in breath work. So lots of good benefits. Stay with your breath, and you're going to stay at the level of intensity that feels best for you. That being said, if you are ready to move up to the next level of intensity, I invite you to begin inhaling through the nose and go ahead, release through the mouth. So here you are inhaling through the nose and out through the mouth. For those breathing on Facebook, doing the same, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Still keeping that conscious connected breath. So not holding your breath at the top of the inhale or bottom of your exhale, but keeping that flow of energy moving. And as you release breath out through the mouth, do so in a wide oval-shaped mouth. Release any pursed lips here. Just let the breath naturally fall out of the mouth. That's it. You got it. The more we relax and take it easy, the more we experience support as pleasure. You are heading for more ease and pleasure. Good. Stick with it. Allow the breath to do the work here. safe to stay, safe to be connected with your breath in this way. The more I relax and take it easy, the more I experience support as pleasure. I am heading for more ease and pleasure. Keep breathing. As you take your next exhale, see if you can notice how you can release from the chest first and then release the stomach last. Keep going. The more you relax and take it easy, the more you experience support as pleasure. You are heading for more ease and pleasure. And now I invite you, if it feels right to you, go ahead and begin inhaling through the mouth. So taking your next inhale through the mouth, belly expands, chest expands, exhaling out through the mouth, chest falls, stomach release last. That's it. The breath still stays in that flowing motion, inhaling to exhaling right back into our inhale. I'm going to move a little closer to the camera. You don't need to look at me, but hopefully you can hear me. So you want to be able to hear your own breath right now. You'll notice that this is a quickened pace. We're working our way. We're in that highest level of intensity now. So turning the volume of your breath up, having that quickened pace, but not breathing too quickly that you're still not able to breathe into the chest. So we want to make sure your breath is still expanding the belly first, moving up into the chest fully, and then releasing from the chest and the belly fully before you move right into that inhale. And if you're new to breathwork, this does take some practice. Breathwork is a practice. So please don't feel like you need to get it perfectly this first time, because you won't. If you have been breathing dysfunctionally for your entire lifetime, if not most of your lifetime, your respiratory muscles, they're not able to expand fully just yet. So know that over consistent practice, throughout a consistent practice, those respiratory muscles, they will expand. So it's more important for you to fill up your belly and your chest versus getting this quickened pace down. Breathwork is the self-consent practice, so you're going to choose the level that feels just right to you. And if this level doesn't, return back to in through your nose and out through your mouth, or in through your nose and out through your nose. The more we relax and take it easy, the more we experience support as pleasure. That's it, you got it. If you're beginning to cool down, that's another common sensation of breath work here. We're transitioning between different portions of your autonomic nervous system. Grab a blanket if you need it. We are heading for more ease and pleasure. The more I relax and take it easy, the more I experience support as pleasure. I am heading for more ease and pleasure. Taking just a few more cycles of breath here in through the mouth and out through the mouth, if that's the level you're still working with. Take just a few more cycles of breath, and then we're going to transition to in through the nose and out through the mouth. If you're already breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, stay there, please. Even though your pattern changes, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, you're still filling that belly up fully and then bringing the breath fully into the chest. On the exhale, you're still releasing from the chest first and the belly last. Good, nice, full, expansive inhales and gentle exhales taking place now in your body. The more you relax and take it easy, the more you experience support as pleasure. Keep breathing, you got it. If your mind creates any thoughts, just guide it back to focusing on your breath, moving through your body. Notice how your breath creeps up your torso, and then as you exhale, notice how your breath cascades down that torso and out of your mouth there. I am healing and heading towards more ease and pleasure. And then because breathwork is a self-consent practice, you can stay here for a few more cycles of breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And if you're finding that you're getting a little sleepy, go ahead and transition back to in through the nose and out through the nose. Everyone will meet up back into nostril breathing when you're ready, in through the nose and out through the nose. Still noticing that belly's expanding at the start of the inhale, into the chest, and then exhaling, chest is falling, stomach is falling last there. You got it. Your breath is a beautiful tool. Always have access to it, always available to you. The more you relax and take it easy, the more you experience support as pleasure. And now, everyone, returning back to nasal breaths if you haven't already. You got it. Keep breathing. You are heading for ease and pleasure. Now, as everyone's inhaling and exhaling out through their nostrils, you can slow your breath down, or you might have noticed that your pace is already slowed. So that means we're transitioning from conscious connected breathing to conscious breathing. So you might not have a nice fluid flow anymore, where you inhale, moving to the exhale, back to the inhale. Maybe there's a slight pause. Now, of course, we don't want a large pause. Holding your breath is not really ideal for our nervous system. It can be done intentionally during a breathwork session. And you'll learn about that in certification when you would use that. But really, we want this just kind of fluid, flowing breath. So, inhaling through the nose very slowly and gently, exhaling through the nose very slowly and gently, and still interacting with a deep breath. The more we relax and take it easy, the more we experience support as pleasure. Feel your breath. It's a support to you. And when we breathe like this, our breath can become very pleasurable. It downregulates us, brings us into the present moment, and slow the thoughts being created. You are heading for ease and pleasure. Yes, you are. Here with your breath. Now, as you continue to breathe in and out of your nose, we're going to add a count to your inhale and to your exhale. And this specific count or breathwork technique is called balancing breath. Today, I guided your breath and worked your breath in such a way so that you could experience sympathetic and parasympathetic states of your nervous system purposely, not because we experienced a stressful encounter and it automatically took us to a sympathetic state of being. But what we want to do is we really want to have this calm aliveness. It's what I like to call it. It's where both portions of our nervous system are balanced, parasympathetic and sympathetic. So to do that, you're going to engage in balancing breath, inhaling between 4 to 6 seconds, then exhale the length of your inhale. If you inhale for 4 seconds, please exhale for 4. Inhale for 5, you're exhaling for 5. And if you inhale for 6, please exhale for 6 now. Good. You're still inhaling from the bottom of your belly into that diaphragm at the beginning. Seeing that breath move up into the chest, that's looking nice. And as you count your exhale down, releasing from the chest first and the belly last. The more I relax and take it easy, the more I experience support as pleasure. I am heading for ease and pleasure. now you're going to hear the music stop, but by all means, please stay where you are. Please keep breathing consciously, engaging with this balancing breath. And I just invite you to participate in that mindful moment that we participated at the start of our session. So bring your awareness back to your physical body. Notice what it feels like to be in your container now. Notice any parts of your body that might still be bracing or holding on to anything. And notice any parts of your body that were able to let go or release it. And notice to what degree. This was a very short breathe, but sometimes it just takes a few moments to drop in and connect with our breath to let our body know that it's safe and that it can let go, it can release. And I invite you to observe what's feeling really good in your body. Notice temperature, the temperature of your body. You could even notice specific body parts, their temperatures. It's not always equal or the same. And then when you've taken some time to observe your physical state of being, go ahead and observe your mental. So we're back to our thoughts, observing your thoughts. Notice the thoughts your mind is creating right now. Notice if your mind is creating thoughts as quickly as it was before you connected with your breath. And then just like at the beginning, notice if those thoughts are geared towards the past or if they're about the future, what's to come. And also, just like before, not judging anything that you're observing right here and right now. Remember, mindfulness is just being the observer of without judgment. And then when you're ready, go ahead and observe your emotional state of being. What emotions are you experiencing here? Knowing that emotions are energy in motion, what's energy feel like in your system? I know some of you on this call can feel energy moving in your body, can feel it in other people's bodies. So notice what it's moving or how it's moving, what that's like for you. And then when ready, lastly, observing your spiritual state of being. Notice what that's like. And remember, you're connecting with that word in the way that's most meaningful to you. And when you feel complete, you're going to bring your breathwork session to a close in the way that you desire. I often encourage clients to end with a prayer, a moment of gratitude, or if you haven't learned this yet, we call it self-celebration, honoring, acknowledging, celebrating ourselves in a very self-compassionate way. That can feel nice too. So bringing this breathe to a close in whatever way speaks to you. And then when ready, inviting gentle movement into the body, wiggling fingers, wiggling toes, wrist rolls, and ankle rolls. And then keep growing that movement larger and larger bit by bit. If you are lying down, you'll want to roll to your side before you sit straight up and stay there, lying on your side for a few cycles of conscious breath. And just kind of guide yourself very slowly back into the present moment, back into that seated position. And then you can bring your gaze to the screen here. And if you're willing, I would love for you to type into the chat what that experience was like for you today as you partnered with your breath and as we took steps to consciously rewire the programming of forceps being experienced at birth. Now, of course, it's not just an affirmation and it's not just a breathwork session. It is repeated exposure, which we call titration of that thought pattern of breathwork, along with some other somatic experiencing. And I'm going to talk about that now here as I share with you um, 5 pillars of my certification program. So these foundational pillars, they serve at the heart of both of my certification programs, which is trauma-informed breathwork facilitator. We call that TIBWF, and then breathworker life coach, which we call BWLC. Um, so trauma-informed breathwork facilitator, that's offered in the fall from August to November. That is a 3-month certification program, whereas breathworker life coach is a 6-month certification program. And there are some differences. That is why I have 2 of those certification programs. Um, because trauma-informed breathwork facilitator certification, it's designed for those who want to safely and responsibly facilitate breathwork experiences without the scope of life coaching, without understanding such as what you're learning here today, these birth scripts, this imprinting, and how that early childhood imprinting can really influence the rest of our lives and how we see ourselves and how we create relationships with others, and then and how we create relationship with life itself. Um, so it trauma-informed breathwork facilitator, that program focuses on trauma-aware breathwork foundations, um, nervous system literacy, safety, and ethical facilitations for both individual and group settings. And that certification, that's where you'll learn how to recognize, how to recognize trauma responses, support uh, regulation, and create containers that honor the body's innate intelligence, making the certification ideal for yoga teachers, wellness practitioners, some healers, space holders, and those who want to integrate breathwork into their existing work in a grounded and responsible way. Whereas this certification I'm enrolling for right now, the BWLC or Breathworker Life Coach certification, it's designed for those who feel called to launch or expand their practice, and maybe even specifically a coaching practice through transformational healing. This advanced training, it strengthens your capacity in client engagement, such as trauma integration and somatic coaching, while introducing powerful frameworks such as the birth script, such as nervous system rewiring, emotional frequency mapping, recovery patterns for uh, changing codependency and expanded states of consciousness. So, with an emphasis on compassionate facilitation, spiritual embodiment, and intuitive leadership, the Breathworker Life Coach certification, it prepares you to confidently hold space for profound client transformation and breakthroughs while continuing your own personal and energetic expansion as well too. So I love that. I tell my students, and my students even, confirm that certification, it's it's beautiful because there's knowledge there. You're learning so much, but then you're transforming because it's embodiment and it feels every weekend like you're getting to be at a retreat. Like you're learning so much, but then also experiencing the change and the transformation for yourself too. So there really is this twofold side to both of these certification programs, but specifically more so the Breathworker Life Coach. So you will see both of these you will see that both of these certification programs, they are infused with embodied practices that you will incorporate into every breathwork session, to every client interaction, and eventually begin to infuse them into your everyday life. I know for me, my professional breathwork practice, it became my personal practice as well. Everything is integrated and embodied and nicely infused. I don't show up as a breath worker at work and then change my behavior at home. It's just this like beautiful integritous way of living. And it feels whole and it feels complete. And that's what my clients say too, is that they feel whole. Breathwork does touch every area of your life. So when looking at these pillars, the first of the pillars is presence and space holding. So here's where you will learn to regulate your own nervous system and create a grounded, energetic field that can offer the community you serve, that you can offer to the community you serve, rather. And this is called co-regulation. You can see here, learning how to establish presence is important, maintaining body language, and then, really honoring your own nervous system as you present it before another, before the community you serve. Um, you will hear a lot. You will hear people's stories as they share and so vulnerably, and you will want to maintain that present and just gentle container so that you can attune with them and support them in experiencing safety, and then eventually manageable expansion. So the next pillar here is the next pillar of awareness is that, excuse me, the next pillar is of awareness of trauma and safety. So here you will learn how to recognize trauma responses, how to respond in an informed way that embodies safety, sensitivity, respect, and trust. All right. So at the heart of what we do is creating relationships that are rooted in trust, that are responsive rather than forced or attempting to fix. It is never our job to fix a client. We are a guide, we are a facilitator of. Next, the third pillar you will see is compromise of understanding the nervous system. So here you will gain in-depth knowledge of the nervous system and how to activate and then also deactivate the sympathetic and the parasympathetic portions of the autonomic nervous system, as well as the significance as to why we would want to do that in such a way. So you'll go deeper, you'll learn about Stephen Porges and his polyvagal theory. We'll talk about the difference between a stress response and a trauma response and how to acknowledge when the differences between the two and how to support each, the stress response and the trauma response. So as you can see here, this program really, it embodies such an approach where science meets soul. And the fourth pillar here is the science of breathwork. So here we'll take a deep dive into the evidence-based research of breathwork being a powerful somatic tool for healing and for transformation. And then last but not least, the fifth pillar, it is built upon responsibility and facilitation. This pillar prepares you to navigate boundaries, to navigate dual relationships, ethical dilemmas, and moments of activation with professionalism and with grace. And so dual relationships, just to extend on that, that really means there could be a friend that comes to you. There could be a maybe a friend of the family, someone close to the family, and you've got to learn your own nervous system as well as learning theirs, and then decide on, is this type of dual relationship, is this something that you can hold space for, that you can support? And if so, there are tools that will be given to you throughout the certification program to help you navigate that as such. All right, and so now I'm eager to share with you. This video here. This is a video celebrating one of Breathwork 614's most recent graduates. And here in this video, you're going to see this is what embodiment looks like. This is what certification looks like. Before I do, I just want to make sure I have the volume on. So give me one quick second, please. to make sure that volume is still on. Beautiful, it is. Okay. Oops. Here we go.
All right. Well, welcome to Community Breathwork. Today, and I originally planned.
Okay, I'm going to start that again. I'm sorry, the volume wasn't up all the
All
way.
right. Well, welcome to Community Breathwork. Today's a really special moment, and I originally planned to present this certificate in a quiet one-on-one setting with Michelle here. And while that would have been meaningful, it didn't feel complete because some people don't just walk their own healing path, they become a catalyst for others simply by how they live, they breathe, and they show up. And yes, I'm reading my notes from my phone, so I'm going to keep going. And so that's why I chose to share this here, this special moment in community. And of course, I asked Michelle for permission first, so thank you for granting me that. So this certificate, it represents the completion of trauma-informed breathwork facilitation training, but more than that, it represents embodiment. It represents someone who didn't just learn the techniques, but someone who lived the work. So what I deeply admire about Michelle is her integrity. She knows what is within her scope. She honors safety, and she holds herself to the same standards she offers others. She does not bypass her own healing to help someone else feel better. Instead, she continues to walk her own authentic healing path, allowing it to inform, not overshadow, the paths of those she supports. And so that is what trauma-informed facilitation truly is. So Michelle understands that healing is not something that we do to others, it is something we hold space for, with presence, with humility, and with respect for each person's nervous system, timing, and truth. Michelle embodies co-regulation, not control, compassion, not fixing, and safety, not urgency. So in community spaces like this one, her presence matters, her breath matters, her nervous system matters, and because she is regulated, embodied, embodied and aligned, others feel safer to explore their own healing and transformation in her presence. That is leadership, not by force, but by example. So breathwork when practiced with integrity becomes a way of living, and Michelle lives it. Michelle shows us that alignment leads to fulfillment, that authenticity creates trust, and that when we honor our own healing, we become better space holders for others. So today, I want to celebrate Michelle, not only the work Michelle's accomplished, but the woman she is becoming. So it is my honor to present the certificate and to acknowledge her as a Breathwork 614 Trauma-Informed Breathwork Facilitator graduate. Woo! So may your life continue to be guided with alignment, with integrity, and with deep fulfillment. May your breath always bring you home to yourself, and may the space you hold for others always be grounded in truth, that healing unfolds exactly as it's meant to. So please join me in celebrating her. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So as you heard in the video, by the end of the Breathworker Life Coach certification, you will be equipped to guide others through deep, lasting transformation with safety, with integrity, and with compassion. You will learn to adapt breathing techniques for various emotional states and respond skillfully to client needs using trauma-aware tools and practices. By identifying trauma responses and emotional imprints as your very own embodiment journey unfolds, you will become equipped to serve and guide others. You will master the art of space holding and energetic presence, creating a safe container for clients to explore, to express, and to heal through breath. You will understand how to track and regulate the nervous system, both in yourself and the community you serve, using additional applied knowledge, like I had said, that polyvagal theory, PNI, which stands for psychoneuroimmunology, epigenetics, and somatic experiencing. So, with clarity and confidence, you will be supported in creating a mission statement and setting ethical standards for your business and creating a structure around your offerings, especially if you plan to pair this with other well-being services that you already currently offer, so that you can receive client retention and business sustainability. I have a lot of clients that are still seeing me, that have been with me from the beginning of time when I launched almost 5 years ago this summer. And that's beautiful. That is so beautiful to be witness to their transformation journey, but also to know that they are still so loyal to their own breathwork practice and their own embodiment practice and value the services and the knowledge and the wisdom that I offer and guide clients in. So you get to experience that too. So we are just 1 week away from the registration deadline. So if this series has resonated with you, and this resonance, it's information. It is a call to you that this lands. This is for you. I will tell my clients, if you feel it, if the belief is there, then it's meant for you. God wouldn't put it there for you if He wasn't going to give you the tools and work out the details to make this work for you. So let's have a call together. A call is simply just the next step to listening to that little urge inside of you. And I want you to know that spots are intentionally limited to protect safety, embodiment, and mentorship. So these conversations, these calls do truly matter. If you've been feeling that quiet yes, stirring within you, even if it's some uncertainty, you don't need to have it all figured out right before booking this call. We can go ahead and have that chat to explore more. Um, there are many of your questions, though, they can be answered as you see on the screen on my website there. I have an FAQ page too on the home page that you can certainly explore as well. So your birth story, it didn't end with you. It didn't end the day you were born, rather. It's still unfolding. And then, as you can see, it's never too late to rewrite it and to choose a different path, to experience a different version of yourself and life. Over the last 3 months, we have gently uncovered how our earliest imprints shape the way we move through life, how we love, how we protect ourselves, how we relate, and how we breathe. So, as we close the series with healing the imprints of forceps at birth, we are reminded that even experiences that began with force or urgency, they can be met with safety, with choice, and restoration. If this work has resonated with you, and if you have felt recognition in your body, clarity in your awareness, or even that quiet knowing that this matters, I invite you to consider what's next. This is your life. How do you want to spend it? So the Breathworker Life Coach Certification Program, it is for those who feel called to go deeper, to heal their own imprints more fully, to understand the nervous system and trauma at an embodied level, and to support others with integrity, safety, and compassion. This is not about fixing others or ourselves. It's about becoming a regulated, present, heart-centered guide who knows how to hold space for real transformation. So if you're ready to turn awareness into embodiment and healing into service, I would love to walk alongside with you in this next chapter to rewrite your story and create a ripple effect of well-being. I have enjoyed the time that we've spent together over the last 3 months. Thank you so much for being here and being a part of Breathwork 614's well-being community. And if this work has moved something within you and you're ready to deepen your own healing while learning to safely guide others, now is the time for you to apply for the Breathworker Life Coach Certification Program. Classes begin on January 30th. Apply now to transform awareness into embodied practice and step into a life of aligned service, fulfillment, and impact. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Keep breathing love.